Yes, so my name is Sendege Aloysius, a student from MUBS. I'm done with school. I did a Bachelor of Commerce with major in finance. Yeah, but from the start I really didn't want to be employed. So that gave me the passion and vision to pursue this goal of being a part of the coffee industry. Yes, so I'm a born again Christian. Yes, so eventually I got prophetic insight. I got insight of what I was supposed to do with me and being a part of the coffee industry. So of course it is highly capital intensive, but I had to find a way of how I become relevant to the community, even without having that much money with me. So the first thing I thought was of course, how do I have a product without necessarily growing coffee in a garden? So it's with that level of innovation that I said, let me have two products, roast and ground coffee, then roasted beans. My company is called Droy Coffee Processors and Exporters Company Limited. And the long-term ambition of the company is to really be a top exporter of highly quality coffee at both primarily produced coffee and then secondary processed coffee. So for now we have roast and ground coffee and then also roasted beans. So roast and ground coffee is coffee that people take in their cups from home. It's very outstanding. People have tasted it, people have taken it, people are recommending each other to have a taste of the coffee. And we are currently not in the supermarkets because we are processing the UNBS certification that enables us to be in supermarkets. But eventually, for now, the way of transaction that we have is we sell to people we know. Then we also do online marketing via our social media platforms. Then people who purchase our coffee are able to recommend others from the experiences they have after taking our coffee. The intention of the company is really to take advantage of coffee also, to transform the livelihoods of other youth. Because I believe there's a lot I can do that goes way past me to even transform the nation. So the fact that the major composition of the country's population is the youth, there is a very strong point to work around with to transform the livelihoods of these youth. So the company is actually majorly youth-led, and it's youth because it started with 3 people, but we are currently about 7 other people in the company. And all I do is reach out to people, sell my vision to them, and then eventually as time goes on, people buy into it, and you eventually find that now the same very knowledge I have to do with the industry has been passed over to other 6 people who have become a part of the company. So it's eventually going to be gradual as we reach out to even other youth and even make them fall in love with what actually the coffee industry can do in their lives. I'm a born again Christian, and I fellowship with Prophet Elvis Mbonyi. You get? So in April 2019, I received the prophetic word from Prophet Elvis Mbonyi, where he highlighted the fact I had not told anyone about. I wanted to do coffee and construction, but I was in a fix of what should I do. And then that day is the time the prophet called me out, and then I got that inspiration. He told me of what I would do, and I've seen most of the things he has told me to do in that regard become very fruitful. Of course, now when first of all, the faith that I had, that grew my faith, because now I'm very sure I'm pursuing a path that is leak-proof. It must succeed whether it wants or not. You get it? But I've already seen the fruit of what I'm pursuing really. There's a lot to it that is happening. Very great doors are opening here and there. The major challenge that we faced even as we set out to start the business is the fact that we are a youth startup, and you know that majorly SMEs in Uganda have challenges with accessing finances or access to credit, because most of the financial institutions you go to will tell you you're not bankable, you do not have credit history, you do not have what, and if you're not steadfast with the vision you're pursuing inside of you, you'll be shaken by what people say. But I think the very, very, very major challenge, it's not tied to the coffee industry alone even, but the major challenge that people find, or youth startups find, or even major startups find, is stringent rules or stringent kind of things that limit them to access finances from financial institutions. And maybe the other challenge I've seen, specifically now to do with the coffee industry, is there is no information about how someone can be a part of it to the detail. Most of the giants that are in the industry, they keep their information secretly. It looks like people want to thrive alone. Yet now, if the major population of the country are youth, we need to avail such information to even inspire youth to be a part of what is happening. Yes. So currently we have for the roasted and ground coffee, we have 2 packagings. We have a 150 gram pack at 10,000 shillings, Ugandan shillings, and then we have a 250 gram pack at 20,000 shillings. Yeah, so for the roasted beans, we have 500 grams packages, and then we also have 1 kg package. Yes, so the 500 package goes for 30,000, then the 1 kg goes for 50,000. Yes, Ugandan shillings.
Okay.
Most of our selling activities happen online. We reach out to people. You take advantage of the social media presence. We take advantage, even that referral kind of thing where, say, I take Roy coffee, then I love it, then I recommend a friend, then the friend recommends a friend. That's how we've been able to grow and make sales for now. But of course, as we expand and get a bigger financial muscle, we are going to establish those things, because we also intend to have a processing plant. Yeah, I think when I joined Moobs, I initially, of course, I joined Moobs because I love business. That is one thing. Yeah, then I was not so much into, because I was commuting back then. Yes, so and I was commuting from home, so, and we had some curfew at home, those things. Yeah, but really Moobs is a university where there's a lot of fun. People don't mind, and also there's a lot of the livelihood of how youth are supposed to live. People live life to the maximum. You get it? They're not caved into what people go out, people. Then also maybe sometimes I used to job class. Yeah, I think from experience I've also learned that it is also very good to organize yourselves and work in groups, because you then have a higher bargaining power even when you reach out to government institutions or any private funding institutions. Because you see, that means that each one of you went ahead of themselves, and you forego just transforming your life alone and having some money on you and thinking, hey, if I have some little money on me, I'm going to live this kind of life. But if your heart is set to transforming many people, I think if there are any people who want, or students in campus, or even people who are done with campus, and you intend to start your own business, I think I would advise that you work in groups. You organize yourselves, work in groups, and then also the bit of maybe registering your company, because there are very many opportunities that should find you ready, as opposed to where they ask you, is your company registered, and you have no documents, you're not registered, and even maybe compliance to all those things that are needed by government bodies.
Okay.
I think for now I'm really focused on my business, because there's also no girl that would love to associate with a financially successful guy or a broke guy. Yes, so I'm pursuing my vision, then those things will automatically pursue me. They will have no option. Yeah, because you see that it's just obvious when you're a successful man, when you prospering, some things really fall in line. Yeah, but for now, I'm focused on my business. I even don't think if there's anyone who thinks they have anything to do with me. No, not really.